Is juicy fruit as delicious as it sounds? Coming up.
Hi, it's Tarrant.
And it's Stella from Meeple University. Today we are going to eat some fruits, Tarrant.
Yes, we're going to talk about the game Juicy Fruit.
That's the correct
Juicy
one.
fruits.
Juicy fruits. So we are going to talk about how the game plays, overview of it, and then we're going to talk about what we think of it and what fruits are we eating this with. I'm joking. Now, so if you like to skip ahead, if you know how it plays and you just want to see what we think of it, or hear what we think of it, just skip ahead in the index below. But for now, Tarrant is going to explain the overview of the game.
So the game it's got a slide puzzle element to it, mixed in with a contract fulfillment game. And that gives you this interesting spatial puzzle that you're working to solve. Throughout the game, you will be, on each turn, moving one of the baskets around your island as far as you can in a straight line. And you'll gain the fruit on that basket equal to the number of spaces you've moved. So that I did there would be worth 1 lime. This movement here would be worth 2 pomegranates. And you keep doing that. And then after you've moved a basket and gotten the resources, you can then spend the resources to purchase something or to complete a contract. And so you can spend them to complete ship contracts around your island. So that will give you some points, and it will free up some more space on your island, which gives you more spaces to start sliding things around into. So that's one thing you can do. Or you can spend the resources you've gained on the merchants up here at the top of the board. And there's a few different types. There are some that occupy a single square. You can never move anything through them again, but they just give you a bulk set of points. There are some that are larger. For example, this one here, it shows one of these 2x2 tiles. And so you would need to have created a big enough space on your board in order to take that and gain the points. But of course, this would be quite a poor early game play because it would block a big part of your island from movement. You can also get better baskets, which when you move them around will give you extra resources and the choice of resources. And you can get ice cream stands. And when you move an ice cream stand, you can use that to spend fruits in order to purchase ice creams, which are also worth, or milkshakes, which are worth points. The game plays surprisingly quickly, actually. Every time anyone purchases one of these or empties an ice cream stack, the license marker moves down. And once it gets to the bottom, you finish the round, total up the points. Well, actually, all the points are gathered as you go along. Well, most of them, sorry. Most of the points are gathered as you go along. So you total up those points. There's a few of these that are worth endgame points as well. The player with the highest score wins.
What do you think, Tara?
I think it's a neat little puzzle. I was surprised by how quickly it played.
Even though we have played on Tabletop Simulator as well with our friends, it's still quick.
Yep. Yeah, even picking up fruits and things on Tabletop Simulator is not the quickest thing, but
So each turn is pretty quick.
Yeah, it plays quite efficiently.
For 4 players, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very individual puzzle. There's no doubt about that. You're optimizing your board. Nothing you do on your board interacts with other players. Really, the interaction is in racing for the limited ice cream stacks, and racing for the highest scoring things out here.
And racing to get these. I think somebody beat me. I think our friend beat us for me for
you both had the blue ice cream cart, and
so you need that to actually exchange the fruits to ice cream, and this is the requirement. You exchange to a lot of points that way.
Yep. And it's a race to get the things you find most valuable. And you can also see as the game is getting towards its end, you need to time your big runs really well.
I feel like it's more interactive and less. It is a solo puzzle, but a big part of the game strategy is looking at your opponents and figuring it out. What do you think? Can they get this fruit next time? can they get, let's say, if you're racing for this one, can they produce this fruits next time? That's what our friend did as well, which you're gonna have to look around and make sure that that's not happening.
Yeah, and it's also an interesting race for the things out here as well.
True.
These are just randomly shuffled and placed out. The ones at the top of the board are much cheaper than the ones at the bottom, and although you do get a few more points for getting the ones at the bottom, the actual bonus on the tile doesn't change. And so you end up with this race for the cheaper things and to make it work. So yeah, it's neat.
You know, it also reminds me of, firstly, I do like it as well. It's surprised me as well. I mean, the theme is really cute. I love it. I love fruit. I love juicy fruit. But when you play it as well, it reminds me a little bit of deck building somehow. Like Dominion, for example, when only this certain part where do you actually stop engine build and start collecting points? Because as Tarrant said, these tiles are worth, you know, a substantial
18 points, 12 points.
Substantial amount of points compared to the other ones that you do. But by doing that, you're actually blocking things. That means you're not going to be getting as much fruit as possible because, you know, you want to move as far as possible because it is 1, 2, 3. So the further you move, you get the more fruits you get. So this is where you kind of like that deck building mindset. Does that make sense? Where you stop engine build or not, or like this one, do you want to get these tiles? This is one of the upgrade tiles. It's probably good for early play is to put it there, and you know you have one extra fruit and you have better choice of what fruit you can get. So that's very interesting. I find that I guess not only this part but the race to that, and also where do you want to stop building your engine and then start gunning for the points.
The amount of choice in these markets will be less at lower player counts. The amount of licenses that are needed will be less at lower player counts. It's also a variant, which adds an extra step once you've mastered the base game, which is the Juice Factory here. Everyone will have a couple of tokens up here on the Juice Factory. And there's a progression here. And on each turn, you're allowed to spend the fruits shown to move along this track. You want to try to jump over the ones which give you, or jump onto the ones which give you points. And if you commit enough fruits, and you've got to commit to a series of different fruits as you go along, then this will give you another source of income. And that is a big part of the game. You can free up 2 fruits that give you what you need for this one, and then just zip back and forward and get 3 of each at a time.
That would be ideal, yeah.
But all of the major point scorers require you to have a range of fruits, and so sometimes you might need to take a single pomegranate in order to complete your ice cream.
That has definitely happened. I want to race it. It's not very efficient, but then, you know, you are going to get something else first. Now I better do that before you.
There's all these fruit meeples here, which are kind of cool.
It's so cool. It's so chunky. Too bad I can't squeeze it. I don't know if you have eaten mangosteen. Please tell me, because I grew up eating a lot of these. This is the color is actually black, and it's hard, really hard, tough skin. If you buy it, if you have to choose from supermarket or whatever you buy it from, you can. I usually squeeze it a little bit. If it's really hard, don't pick it because it's probably off or something. But if it's like, you can still squish it and then open it.
It's white inside, right? It looks kind of like a lychee or a rambutan or something. It's
white. Maybe more lychee. It's not clear though. It's more white than transparent.
Okay.
Have you had it?
I have. I'm pretty sure. When we went to like Hong Kong.
It's like maybe it's the seed wrap.
You just kept getting all the things from the stalls.
Oh,
we had a lot of longans and rambutans and things.
That was good. And this is like reminiscing how I grew up with mangosteen. Me and my dad especially, like we love it. Like they're not cheap. Like the skin makes the fruit expensive, so a kilo of it is probably you know.
It's the durian theory, right? You've got to hack through all that stuff to get at the tiny, fleshy, oddly smelling thing inside. It's
Yes,
true.
okay, yeah.
It is oddly smelling.
Yes,
I didn't
yeah,
say
okay, yeah,
that.
it's oddly-
I said oddly.
Oddly smelling.
yeah.
Fine. Okay, that's fair. I can understand why you think, like Nuria, you have to grow up with it. Like Vegemite. I don't like Vegemite. Thank you.
Remember, we're talking about a game here.
Correct.
so
We are
that's,
talking about a game.
a
So
little
yes,
off
have you played this?
tangent there.
What do you think? Have you tried durian? Have you tried mangosteen? Just let us know in the comments. And what do you think of it? Is there any other game maybe that is similar to this? Because I don't think there is. I don't
yeah,
think
you don't
the
get
sliding
the-
puzzle.
You don't get the slide puzzle thing very
Yeah,
often.
yeah. There's a
Um,
real-time sliding puzzle.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Pakal, but
Thank you.
that is just a pure 15 slide puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
This one, so this is from Capstone Family.
Yes.
So you know, Capstone known for its heavy euros, and this is not your lightest family game, but I think it fits that really well also because it will encourage that spatial thinking and thinking ahead with the puzzle down here, as well as being, it will suit the casual puzzle solitaire type game players, or if you really go into it, there is quite a bit of contest to be had out here. So yeah, it meets a lot of audiences, I think.
Absolutely, and definitely us. We'll definitely play this again. And the color, the art, it's there. It's not like, you know, Bath Sobel or anything like that, but it's suitable. It's suited for this, nice and bright. And the chunky fruits are amazing. Do they need to make it chunky? No, they don't. But I love it that the fact that they do.
Yeah.
It's
Lots of
really-
extra wood. Lots of extra wood in this.
Yeah, it's really really nice. And then, you know, when you like, it sounds so good. What are you doing? It's a wrong game. It's not a balancing dexterity game, Tarrant.
All right, I think we've said everything useful and
Hopefully that is useful, and let us know again if you have played it and what you think of it. Or maybe we can convince you to play this, or maybe if this is useful, let us know. I love to see your comments. I always do. And basically it. If you want to help us and if you think you find this video useful, please hit that like button and subscribe. Please, if you haven't already done so, you can also hit the meeple in the corner somewhere popping out there and hit the bell so you get notification. And I'm also on Instagram. Hopefully we'll see each other there too. Anything else? And we do this some video, how to play through and so on. And that's it. See you next time. Bye.